Rimmer sub to eat your dirty ass, M4M 27 Santa Cruz. Clean cut, green eyed cutie. Looking to worship your ass, even if it's dirty or if you fart, and so forth. I want to stick my tongue. Oh, Jesus. I have to say this? I want to stick my tongue so far up your ass, I taste your shit. Jeez. Why are you telling me to do this? I want to worship your asshole for as long as you like. I want to eat it whether it's clean or dirty. Oh, it's terrible. Whether you're fresh out of the shower or just took a shit or need to take a shit. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe 2 hours. Love what the hell? Love rimming. Am I reading this? Love rimming. Host or travel. Must be drug and disease-free and clean. Looking for during the date today. What the hell did I say here? Well, for heaven's sakes, that is absolutely awful.
Hey, Breaks, it's Thursday, January 3rd, 2019. Coming up on the program today, a story about milkshake deprivation and rape allegations. Plus, another installment of Alex Jones Has a Meltdown, transporting a penis in a hot dog bag, and the newest social media challenge is just shooting your friend in the face with a gun.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
I'm sorry, Tim can't come to the phone right now. He's masturbating in the bathroom.
Yes, welcome to the show, everybody. My name is Tim Henson. I gotta say thanks to Level 80 Cat Lady. Take two. I gotta say thanks to Level 80 Cat Lady. I think I was just coughing up a hairball. That was very wet. Thank you very much to Level 80 Cat Lady, who sent me some Christmas gifts. I just got around to filming me opening the package. I posted it on our Patreon account. First of all, she got Mama Henson a gift card to the Cheesecake Factory. And I gotta be honest with you. My mom's gonna flip her shit. First of all, she's not gonna know what the Cheesecake Factory is. We do not have one of those in Ashtabula. However, there is one that's not too far away for normal people. My mom doesn't leave the like a 2-mile radius of her house. So there's no way she would have ever been to a Cheesecake Factory. I can take her there, though. I'm not afraid to leave the city limits of Ashtabula. For my mom, this is going to be an all-day affair, right? She's going to spend all afternoon getting ready, gussying up for the Cheesecake Factory. And I know when she enters the restaurant, she's going to think this is a fine dining experience. I mean, Cheesecake Factory's nice and all, but like back in the late 80s, my mom's idea of fine dining was going to the Ponderosa Steakhouse. That was reserved for special occasions. She's gonna love it, right? So thank you very much, Level 80 Cat Lady. I never take my mom to any place nice, because she doesn't want to leave Ashtabula normally. But if there's a gift certificate involved, that'll be enough to persuade her to make the 20-minute drive. 20 minutes is all it takes to get to, a large city east of Ashtabula. I can't get anywhere in the city in 20 minutes here in Cincinnati, you know what I mean? Sometimes when I go home, I'll be bored and I'll go to like Walmart or something because that's all Ashtabula has to offer. And I'll get back to my mom's place and she'll be like, I can't believe you drove all that way. It's 3 miles. I just did the route on Google Maps. That's a long trek for her. It's a 7-minute drive. That's including like stoplights and shit. God bless her. Well, thank you very much, Level 80 Cat Lady. I know my mom's going to really enjoy the Cheesecake Factory, and Level 80 Cat Lady also got me a gift certificate to Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you, and an amazing Golden Girls shirt. So if you're a patron, you can watch that video. I also posted a video where I introduce an old video that I made for Lord Douche shortly after I met him to thank him for something, and I don't know, this is just my way of trying to get in his pants or something. Very dumb. So you can see that if you're patrons as well. Patreon.com/DistortedView. A couple new videos for you. Hey, at the top of the show, I've got an insane clip. This is an 11-minute clip of a woman at McDonald's freaking the fuck out because the milkshake machine isn't working. Which, I get it. It's frustrating. When it comes to ice cream or iced treats in general, McDonald's has a low success rate of actually having the machinery working when you order the food. I live near a McDonald's and a Wendy's, and so I'm constantly disappointed. And it's always when it comes to like desserts. The McDonald's is really bad. They're always out of pies, or they don't have the holiday pies, or their McFlurry machine isn't working. I've come to expect that from McDonald's. I go in figuring that, something I want is not going to be there. Wendy's, though, pisses me off in an entirely different way. I did not do anything on New Year's Eve. Don't feel bad for me. It's exactly how I wanted to spend my New Year's Eve, watching Netflix. But, so I was hungry, and Lord Douche was hungry, and we're like, what the fuck are we going to do? So I figured, fast food was still open, and sure enough, this was like around 9:15 p.m., right? So I drove to the Wendy's. The lights were all on. I went through the drive-thru, and I waited, right? And no one was greeting me. And I'm like, okay, maybe they're busy. I'll just sit here. I'm not going to be one of these assholes that beeps his horn. They know I'm there, right? So I'll just wait. And then another car came behind me in the drive-thru lane. And then another car, right? So now a bunch of people are waiting. Even if the staff didn't see me, they had to have seen this long line of cars snaking around their building, but still, no one would get on the fucking intercom, right? So I'm doing that thing where I'm like clearing my throat, just making noises so, it would pick up on their stupid headset, and nothing. So eventually, I picked up my phone and I called the Wendy's, and someone was in there. Thank you for calling Wendy's. How can I help you? And I said, I'm at your drive-thru. And she said, oh, we closed at 9. And I said, yeah, but all your lights are still on. And she said, well, that's because we're still cleaning. Which is just the dumbest reason to leave lights on outside. What the fuck did you expect to happen? When all your lights are, of course people are going to come through the drive-thru. Your drive-thru menu light is on. I can't believe I said this. I turned into Thursday Lane with the Wendy's employees. I was like, get it together, people! Use common sense. This is what I told her. I said, use common sense. People are going to come through the drive-thru if all the lights are on. I've been sitting out here for 10 minutes.
Get it together!
That's right, Thursday. She hung up on me then.
Get it together, people!
So I screeched off to McDonald's, which, is super close. But they were closed, too. They had all their fucking lights off, though. So I ended up going to Taco Bell. This is how I rang in the new year, with the bell. It's funny, though, as I was leaving Wendy's, I pulled away from the drive-thru, then all the other cars started to leave, too, because they realized, oh, this place must be closed. So then I drove to the McDonald's, realized that place was closed, and as I drove past the Wendy's once again, there was a whole new line of cars. And it's just like, this is more trouble than it's worth for the workers. Just turn your fucking lights off, and you won't have to deal with people. Why is this so hard? When I worked at that testing center, I couldn't wait to turn off the lights at 8 p.m. sharp. Lock the doors, shut off the lights. No one's here. No one can call anymore. Nothing. I'm shutting the whole fucking thing down. See you tomorrow, bitch. I get wanting something really bad, like a chocolate milkshake. But, the machine's down. There's nothing that's going to happen. You're just going to have to go someplace else. I don't understand why this woman stood there for 12 minutes arguing, right? Here we go. Take a listen.
It's fixing it. You cleaned it earlier and it's not working.
Oh, it's weird, Jason. I'm not playing.
Excuse me?
I ordered a chocolate milkshake and that's what the fuck I want. You're not gonna do this to me anymore.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This woman has been burned a few times by the Golden Arches. You're not doing this again. I'm not going to let you get away with this. No. I've had enough. I know my rights.
Did she pay for it? No. Okay, it's time for you to go.
It's time for you to fix your fucking milkshake machine is what the fuck it is.
She hasn't even paid for the milkshake, right? She's just there. She just wanted to order it. That's when the employee said, I'm sorry, our milkshake machine is down. But this woman will not leave.
You're done doing this shit to me. I'm not playing. You are not allowed to do this shit anymore.
Legally, you're not allowed. It's an amendment in the Constitution. I always wondered why they just didn't have 2 McFlurry machines. And when they take one down to clean, they leave the other one running. I mean, how much can a McFlurry machine fucking cost? If you listen closely, she says things like, I earned this, or I deserve it.
My fucked up hands. I think I ordered a chocolate milkshake, which is what I want right now. You ain't funny, you ain't doing this, bro. So I would get back there and fix the goddamn chocolate milk machine.
I can't tell if she's a crack addict or just entitled.
That's what you did after you treated me like shit for a year and a half. You don't realize you don't get to fucking do things to me every day, and if I retaliate or say something back to you, you don't get to fucking fuck me up or do a goddamn thing to me. Don't you understand that?
I'm gonna go with crack addicts.
Order 632.
Do you not understand that? Do you not understand that I'm not a fucking human target? Do you not understand that? You in no way, shape, or form get to fucking do anything to me ever again. Do you understand that?
This is over a $2 milkshake. What have they done to her aside from tell her the machine is broken? One too many times.
Do you not get that yet?
Order 630.
Do you not understand that yet?
About at this point where things take a weird turn.
I will go with the rape charge if you don't shut the fuck up. I will take whatever the fuck. I don't care.
Wait a second. If she doesn't get her ice cream, she's going to claim rape?
Back the fuck up, bitch.
744.
You should have fucked me over, bitch.
You want to know why I believe this woman's crazy? Not because she's screeching for 11 minutes straight about a goddamn milkshake. She's crazy because she just won't go to another McDonald's at this point. She says she's been dealing with this same problem for a year and a half. Lady, they don't want to make you a milkshake. Maybe it is personal. Who knows? Just go to a different... There's McDonald's everywhere, right? Secondly, she keeps mentioning rape. I think one of the employees maybe went out with her and something went horribly wrong. I don't know if she was raped or if she's making this up. It doesn't matter. Again, I would not go to the McDonald's where my rapist worked. And I certainly wouldn't want him making me a milkshake. So salty. It's McBleachy. I mean, this thing just goes on and on. I don't know how much you want to hear. Well, she starts crying. You have to listen very closely here because the cameraman's far away from her. She's talking about a lawsuit now.
This person doesn't get it. I have a red charge against somebody who seriously fucking did some fucking shit to me. Like, they don't get what the fuck they're really
talking about a rape charge.
They don't fucking get what the fuck they've actually really done. And they don't know, they don't get it. No, it won't.
Again, there's more rape accusations. She's crying. She's quiet. But I think there's one last flare-up here.
Like, I don't care. These people have no clue. Shut up, Kenny. You're a fucking faggot.
Hey,
these people
don't
really...
bring Kenny into this.
What was I talking about, bitch? Did you know all, bitch? Did you work in the meat department at QFC, bitch? You dumb, maggot, ignorant bitch. What's up now, bitch?
I saw you at the meat department at Kroger's, bitch. Ooh, she has your number, bitch. All right, that's quite enough of that. Now for an entirely different type of freak out. Alex Jones is back and DV listener Brooke is on the case. Thank you so much, Brooke, for sending this along. She is a new listener and a patron. Now that's what I like to hear. So Alex Jones is freaking out over drag queen story time. You've heard about this, right? This typically happens like in larger cities, like New York City or something. You go to the public library and a drag queen will read children books. I don't know why it's a thing. It is a little weird. I mean, parents are with the kids, and it's not like the drag queens are pole dancing or whatever. But Alex Jones thinks this is gross. His guest, by the way, for this episode is Gavin McInnes, who shoves butt plugs up his asshole on his show. Seems kind of worse than what the drag queens are up to, you know what I mean?
I have a few TV stations call me and radio stations. They go, will you please not show or play 3-year-olds putting money in G-strings of fat men wearing wigs, shaking their asses? And I go, okay, I'll quit for you, but you understand this is being shown to children. Adults need to know what the hell's going on. And they go, okay, actually, you're right, but will people complain? I go, I know, they need to complain. They should complain about the children being effed with. God, not me showing you. You think I like seeing this crap?
All right. So Alex Jones is showing footage. I don't know what the hell event this is that Alex Jones is showing footage of, but there is like a drag queen sort of gyrating on the floor, and there are parents and children watching. It is strange, but Alex Jones is really losing his mind over this.
You think it doesn't piss me off? Let me tell you, I'm ready to kill people. I'm sick of this not literally.
Whoa, big guy. This is the type of talk that got you into trouble, right? This is why you're not on Twitter anymore.
Literally. The point is, I'm getting sick of this crap.
That's one attitude. Another attitude
Let's just give all our kids to the child molesters. God.
Gavin, please. This is not your time to talk.
Damn it. Excuse me.
Oh, let me replay that. Yeah, he gets very upset. He says, "God damn."
That's one attitude. Another attitude
Let's just give all our kids to the child molesters. God damn it. Excuse me.
Now, you know Alex Jones fucking swears like a sailor in his private life, right?
You know, I'm not taking the Lord's name in vain. I want these people damned to hell. I'm literally praying God damn them to hell. That's not the Lord's name in vain. I mean that. I don't take God in vain. We ought to have a prayer called the God damn it prayer. God damn them to hell, please.
My working theory on Alex Jones is, he's not on YouTube anymore, not on Twitter. It's getting harder and harder to find him. So I feel like he's trying to be as outrageous as possible so people will share these clips like Brooke did with me. He's got to get his name out there, right? So he can get new subscribers and keep InfoWars going.
You think Charlton Heston in Planet of the Apes, when he realizes this is Earth and all his family died 10,000 years before and he's come back through a wormhole and everybody he knows is dead, and he's saying, God damn.
I don't appreciate spoilers like that. I still haven't seen Planet of the Apes.
What the hell? You bastards, you blew it all up. God damn you. He's not taking Lord's name in vain. He's saying, God damn them. God damn them. God damn them! God fucking damn them to hell!
I honestly have a hard time believing that he is that upset over drag queens reading children's books to kids. I think there's a lot going on in Alex Jones's life.
God damn them! God damn them! God fucking damn them to hell!
You seem upset.
I'm freaking pissed, man. You know they're giving kids vaccines everywhere that eat their frickin' cerebral cortex?
No, I'm not really familiar with vaccines. But here's another attitude. There's two Americas.
Yes, Gavin. Gavin is insane in his own way, but I don't think he's an anti-vaxxer, so he's going to try to steer this conversation to, somewhere they can both agree.
By the way, I had a huge epiphany. My grandmother, when I would see something really horrible, I'd say, Jesus. She'd say, don't take the Lord's name in vain. That's some weird brainwashed Baptist thing. I love God. I'm involuntarily calling on Jesus. When I see them sexually brainwashing children, I'm saying, Jesus, save us. You need to call on Jesus, Gavin.
Yeah, start by knocking off all the gay shit with your Proud Boys.
Introducing the final and biggest sale of 2018.
I like how every clip of Alex Jones now has an advertisement for his store.
It just escalates as we attempt to clear out all of our amazing inventory to escape the dreaded inventory tax.
Wait, what's an inventory tax? Is that something I should be aware of or concerned with? Oh my God, go to the DistortedView.com store. Store.distortedview.com. Oh, it's already 2019. I'm going to have to pay the dreaded inventory tax. Maybe I can backdate some of those sales slips or something. All right, real quick, before we get into the news, I've got one more short clip. This guy's just minding his own business in his car when he notices a woman. She keeps walking by him and glaring at him, probably because he's black, right? And she's white. So he starts filming because he realizes there's some screwy shit that's about to go down. And
can I help you?
Call the judge and get some fudge.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that?
Can I help you?
That guy doesn't sound black.
Can I help you?
Call the judge and get some fudge.
Call the judge and get some fudge? Are you okay?
Nope.
No?
You a doctor?
Maybe.
Well, where's your MD?
My dick.
Your DM.
You trying to slide in the DMs? You trying to slide?
Pardon?
You trying to slide in the DMs?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about? What is anyone talking about here?
You know, Twitch.
This woman who just said, what was that?
Call the judge and get some fudge.
Call the judge and get some fudge. And you have the audacity to say, what the fuck are you talking about?
You trying to slide in the DMs?
She wants some yo dick.
You know, Twitter.
Yep.
And that's where the conversation ends. What else is there left to say, really?
Call the judge and get some fudge.
I mean, you already said that, but I guess it bears repeating. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, and fucked up news right now. If you're not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, you just missed out on the first Sideshow exclusive episode of 2019. If you want to hear it, you can still sign up. Superfreaksideshow.com. Become a true and honorable freak today. Get full access to the entire archive of programs. Plus, every week we do exclusive shows, and I'm gearing up to do more videos. I did 2 patron videos today. More Sideshow exclusive videos will be on the way. Sign up now so you don't miss a thing. Memberships are very inexpensive. We've got your monthlies, quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, and even lifetime memberships. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Superfreaksideshow.com. All right, 3 quick stories, then we'll get the hell out of here. First up. This first one is from near my hometown of Ashtabula. The story comes from Cleveland, though. A Cleveland hospital has fired a resident after anti-Semitic comments and threats. Oh. So it wasn't just like, I hate Jews. It was literally like, I hate Jews, and I will get you, Jews. You know, stuff I say all the time on the show, but I'm just joshing. I can't say things like that anymore on the show, like, I'll get you, Jews. Because, like, people are really out to get the Jews now. You know, these people screaming, Jews will not replace us, and stuff like that. I can't be lumped in with those people. Unless, of course, enough of them sign up to be Sideshow members, then I can sort of remold the show to appeal to them and make sure they continue to stay signed up. I'm not above that. All right, so yes, a Cleveland hospital has fired a resident after anti-Semitic comments and threats to give Jewish people the wrong meds surfaced on social media. Jesus Christ. Lara Kalab was identified as the fired employee behind the comments. She worked as a supervised resident at the Cleveland Clinic from July to September. Quote, this individual was employed as a supervised first-year resident at our hospital from July to September, the Cleveland Clinic said in a statement. When we learned of the social media post, when are these morons going to realize, like, when you post something online, it's social media, it's not private media. People will see what you write. All right, when we learned of the social media post, we took immediate action, conducted an internal review, and placed her on administrative leave. Her departure was related to those posts, and she has not worked at Cleveland Clinic since September. For first-year residents, multiple safeguards and direct supervision are required for patient care and prescribing medicine. In addition, there have been no reports of any patient harm, Jew or human. That's a weird thing to include when you're trying to put out the Jew fire there. Ooh, Jew fire. Sounds potentially menacing and problematic. In addition, there have been no reports of any patient harm related to her work during the time she was there. In no way do these beliefs reflect those of our organization. We fully embrace diversity, inclusion, and a culture of safety and respect across our entire health system. Also, like 80% of the doctors here are Jews. The other 20% are Asian or Indians or something. Her anti-Semitic comments were first documented by Canary Mission, a group that examines social media accounts to find anti-Semitic and anti-Israel remarks. See, if you go looking for something, you're going to find it, especially on the internet. The Jew-hating internet. In multiple other posts, oh, here we go, more, okay. On Twitter, she called for violence against the Jewish people. She called them dogs, compared them to Nazis. I think that's all you need to hear to form an opinion on her intellect. You know how the Jews are like? The Jews are like Nazis. She also minimized the Holocaust. Physically, she made a miniature Holocaust. She's into dioramas. No. She said, I don't mean to sound insensitive. Something I say right before something insensitive comes out of my mouth. But I really have a hard time feeling bad about the Holocaust, seeing as the people who were in it now kill my people. Is that a fact? I'm going to need some hard numbers to back that up. That is a wild accusation. I'm so sorry if you're Jewish and you had to sit through that news story. Here's a song to help instill some Jew pride.
I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. When I am on the playground, it's plain for all to see. I wear a big Magen David when people look at me.
I like the song. I don't care for the Hebrew in it, though. I don't like secret languages. What are they saying? Are they talking about me? Something I just thought of. This is fascinating. I'll tell you what's fascinating. You will be fascinated by this. I'm drunk. I don't know. The Germans and the Jews have had their differences. But if you listen to their language, if you listen to them speak, they both sound similar. With the, it's a very guttural, very disgusting language.
זה בגלל שאני רוצה להיות מה שאתם חושבים על המבטא שלי, ואני אוהב להתאמן בעברית. אז עברית הייתה...
So yeah, that was Hebrew. Now, listen to a little bit of German.
Vein mach, pak dak.
It's very similar. Okay, that was Klingon, but still. Close enough, right? All right. Second story we have for you today. A Houston teenager is accused of shooting dead a fellow teen, not because he hated him, but because they were friends, participating in yet another retarded challenge. I was just talking about this yesterday. People are blindfolding themselves and going outside. It's called the Bird Box Challenge, based on that stupid Sandra Bullock movie that everyone's talking about. These people are going up on escalators, walking along cliffs, blindfolded and stuff. Well, this is a little bit different. A Houston teenager is accused of shooting dead a fellow teen as part of a weapons drawing prank that has been spreading on social media. Mohammed Noor al 18. I think I have another hairball stuck in my throat. Has been charged with manslaughter in connection to the December 11th slaying of Christian Johnson. I love the names, right? Mohammed, very Araby name. Mohammed Noor al-Jalal. And then he killed someone named Christian. There's got to be one of those right-wing conspiracy people on top of this story, right? All right, so Mohammed killed Christian. Age 19. Police believe Johnson's death resulted from the no lacking challenge. When you're lacking, you're losing. And I'm out the door. All right. This resulted from the no lacking challenge, which calls for one person to pull a weapon on another on video to record their reaction. The challenge stems from the notion that no one should ever be caught without or lacking a gun. Johnson had an AR-15 rifle pointed at Al-Jal, while Al-Jal had a semi-automatic pistol aimed at the victim. I mean, you know what happened next. The complainant and the defendant were in the bedroom, playing what's called the no lacking challenge. When the defendant stretched his arm out to point the gun at the complainant's head, the trigger was pulled. Oopsie. The pistol went off, striking the complainant, killing him. The suspect originally told police that he and the victim were arguing and that he shot Johnson in self-defense. I like that he was too embarrassed to say, we were filming a video for TikTok. It would be better, as a defense, that's better than I had an argument with him and I shot him dead because I was mad at him. That's just cold-blooded murder. This way, if you're hey, it was just a goof. It was a goof that went awry. You might do less jail time. There's no malice there, I guess. Al-Jal later admitted to the no lacking game after learning what witnesses told police. Al-Jal's defense lawyer, let's go with Al-Jal. That's how we're going to pronounce his name from now on. His defense lawyer said this was not an intentional act, even if the facts are to be believed as is. This is a terrible and unfortunate situation. It's not the first of its kind. That particular game has caused similar outcomes across the country, the defense lawyer said. And I would say it's a little bit different than an outright intentional act, even if the court takes that at face value. Well, look, here's the thing. both of the kids, it's murder still, but both of the kids were like, okay with this going into it. You pull a gun on me, I'll pull a gun on you. It's two idiots being idiotic. Gilles was out on bond. Really? Oh, he's been in trouble with the law before. The plot thickens. He was out on bond on an armed robbery charge when Johnson was killed. The prosecutor asked for a $100,000 bail set, and the defense called for $30,000 before the judge set it at $250,000. That's more than what the prosecutor was asking for. That judge is a maverick. All right, final story we have for you today. We were recently talking about John Wayne Bobbitt here on the show, reliving that nightmare. The guy who had his penis cut off by his wife. Well, now his doctors, the surgeons who reattached his cock, are speaking in a new 2020 special. It's been nearly 25 years, and urological surgeon Dr. James Sen can still picture the day he met John Wayne Bobbitt and his famous phallus. They said, we got this guy here whose penis has been cut off. Can you come down and basically put it back on? This is how doctors talk to one another? Bob, you got to get down here and check this thing out. It's so fucking freaky. Maybe you can stitch it back on or something. All right. This doctor recalls his experience in the 2020 special named The Bobbitts, Love Hurts, wah, wah, which is set to air this Friday, tomorrow. It came to us just in a bag of ice, concealed in a brown paper hot dog bag, he said. It was kind of an out-of-body experience. It really takes your breath away to see this kind of disfigurement. It's not something you want to hear as a patient. Your disfigurement has taken my breath away. Sen told ABC News that Bobbitt lost a third of his blood before going under the knife, but remained very calm the entire time. I mean, what else can you do at that point? You're at the mercy of the doctor. The penis is next to you. It's out of your hands. Just sit back and enjoy the ride, I guess. Quote, just almost surprisingly calm. Well, he did lose a third of his blood. Maybe he was a little woozy, as if he didn't even understand the extent of his injury and what the implications of it might be. Bobbitt's wife, Lorena, had just hacked off the 26-year-old's penis while he slept, and she fled their apartment, later tossing the penis out the window. I'm surprised that they could even find the penis, right? She tossed it out the window into a field or something. That's like finding a penis in a haystack. And depending how small your penis is, might be even more difficult. All right, Bobbitt's wife, Lorena, had just hacked off the 26-year-old's penis while he slept. She fled their apartment, tossed the penis out the window as she drove to her boss's house. There's no way we're going to find it, former Prince William County police officer Kim Chin recalled thinking in an interview. And they did. Just within a few minutes. I'm surprised, it was at night. An animal could have scurried off with it, thinking it was food. Bobbitt had been told by surgeons that he'd have to sit down to go to the bathroom like a girl, for the rest of my life, had they not found his member. I would come to, and then a doctor would be there, and they would say that if they don't find the penis, they would have to just sew him up. Sen said it was around 6 a.m. when they finally got their hands on Bobbitt's penis. The doctor was joined by plastic surgeon Dr. David Berman and several other experts during the 9-hour operation. The biggest concern I had is simply that it had to work, Berman said, noting that he had never seen a penile replantation before. Jesus Christ, what a term! Penile replantation. Like you're growing it in a pot or something. Make sure to water, right? All right. The surgery went off without a hitch. Bobbitt went on to use his famous phallus in porno films and behind closed doors. It was the happiest day of my life, said the 51-year-old. It's like opening Christmas presents on Christmas Day and you're a little kid. I was excited. Who said that? I guess Bobbitt, when he discovered that he had his penis again. Like he pulled down his pants. That's like unwrapping a present. Don't get me wrong. I'd be ecstatic, too. If, I was knocked out thinking I would never see my penis again, and then I wake up, and it's been miraculously reattached. And it worked! That's the amazing thing. Science, right? Doctors are miracle workers, which is why I have no idea why they're so hell-bent on giving your kids autism. I love now that the anti-vaxxers cure for vaccines. Like, you know, if someone has received their vaccines, they can get those nasty things out of their system. Even as an adult, you just have to consume gallons and gallons of children's piss. As if being an anti-vaxxer wasn't crazy enough. Now you're following little children to the bathroom to collect their urine, to drink it. We live in amazing times, freaks. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Thursday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Oh, I love to hear from you, freaks, and there are many ways to contact me. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's our standard, that's our economy voicemail line. Our executive VIP plush voicemail line is only available to patrons who pledge a few dollars over there at patreon.com/distortedview. I have got a couple patrons calling in today, so we'll get to those voicemails first. Other ways to contact the show, show@distortedview.com. And of course, I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/DistortedViewShow. We also have a Discord where freaks gather and chat and share disgusting pieces of audio and video and links and stuff. Check it out. Over 900 freaks in there. Almost 1,000. I think we're at like 920. I would like to get up to 1,000 before, I don't know, my birthday. How about that? That's doable, right?
Jigoo, Timmy Boo, long time Sideshow freak, Sunshine Bunny Crush here.
Hey.
Haven't called in a while, but on the last show, the New Year's Eve show, you mentioned Terry A. Davis, and Terry and Temple OS are a particular fascination of mine. Yes, that listener that called in but didn't leave a voicemail was correct. Mr. Davis died in August. But if you or any of the freaks are actually interested, Terry A. Davis is a bit of a really tragic story, because if he wasn't totally fucking insane, he would have been the next Bill Gates or Steve Wozniak, because he actually was a bit of a genius. Temple OS, it's hard to explain, but he didn't, it's not just like a Linux rebuild. He literally built it from the ground up.
He created his own full operating system, like Mac OS or Windows. I mean, I think it was like text-based or something. But
and
still.
It does things that, Windows, Mac, or Linux aren't able to do.
Yeah, like you can talk to Jesus Christ directly, right? That's something that hasn't been implemented in Windows 10 yet.
Just recently, there was an hour-and-a-half long documentary going through Terry's life and Temple OS, and I would encourage you all to look it up. It's on YouTube. Just look up Terry A. Davis, and you'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep up the great work. I'm looking forward to continuing to pay you for the show in 2019.
Well, thank you. I look forward to taking your money. Thank you for the additional information about Terry A. Davis. Yeah, I'll look for that documentary. I am kind of interested in him, because he did seem like a smart guy, but he was also crazy and racist.
Jaboo,
killer combo.
I'm Jess from Buffalo.
Hey.
I hope you can hear me through these fucking LG headphones that I'm talking through.
You don't sound bad.
By the way, speaking of poorly made voicemails, if you just press 2, you can, I think it's 2, you can listen to your voicemail and see how shitty it sounds, and if you don't like it, you can re-record it.
Yeah, that's a good tip. If you think there might be some connection problems, just review your voicemail before you send it off to me, and you make it my problem.
It's 2019 now, and I don't understand how people still don't know how to do this. But hey, okay, the real reason for me calling, my coworker fucked me over this morning, right? And I was so fucking pissed off, in such a bad mood, until I heard DD Magadoo. That made me giggle my motherfucking ass off for the entire time.
Yeah, that was a short clip we played on yesterday's Sideshow exclusive podcast of a news anchor fucking something up. But when I fuck up names, I try to make it at least sound like a name. Bajamin Bolabokovic. I'll try to pronounce it. She went completely off the rails there. Doo-doo.
I just called to tell you, Timmy Boo, that I love you.
But?
And you deeply disappoint me.
What'd I do?
I'm so mad right now. You know why? I'll tell you why. Sextastic Tuesday is one of the highlights, the top of the top, creme de la creme things that you did that really got me into the Distorted View show.
Well, where were you when I was like, hey, I'm thinking about not doing Sextastic Tuesday so often? I didn't hear from anyone. They're like, okay, that sounds like a great idea, Tim.
I was like, oh my God, every week I get to hear a fucked up sex story, just have a fucking ball, listening to some stupid people, stupid fan fiction, and then some even more stupid people, the only dumb cunts who actually call into your show, were like, oh, I don't like it. It's gross. Stop with the Sextastic. And then you fucking did it. I thought you were above that shit. You should tell those people they're fucking retarded. If you don't like my show, you don't need to pay me. Bye, faggot.
Whoa, wait a second.
And then keep on playing with the Sextastic Tuesdays. Come on. I'm really glad you did one this week. Thank you.
Yeah, wait a second. I still do. That's what I was going to say. Like, I still do Sextastic Tuesdays. I just don't do them all the time. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the listeners not liking the bit because, you know, everything I do, there's going to be people who like it and people who don't. The problem was I was having trouble finding stories worth reading on the show. And I understand they're, like, supposed to be bad, but some are just, like, it's not even fun to listen to or read. That's why I stopped. And, you know, as I find stories that I think might be funny enough for the show, we'll do Sextastic Tuesday. That was the problem. It was like the pressure of finding a good enough story every week. And then some weeks I couldn't. And so I'd either do a best of Sextastic Tuesday, and people got pissed off about that, or I would read a story that wasn't as good as I was hoping, and, you know, that's disappointing as well. If you like Sextastic Tuesday, the best thing you guys could do is go find some poorly written stories that you think might be fun for me to read on the show. Help me out. I am still looking, though. I always look for good, bad sex stories. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it? Oh, God.
Call the judge and get some fudge.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Tomorrow's show will be Sideshow exclusive. If you're not yet a member, sign up, become a true and honorable freak so you don't miss a thing. Otherwise, I will see you back on Monday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. When I am on the playground, it's plain for all to see. I wear a big Magen David. When people look at me, I say I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. At Pesach time I'm happy to give my friends a treat. I share the chocolate macaroons and matzah that I eat, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. I'd love to join the choir and sing out loud and strong. If they would ask me what I know, I'd sing a Jewish song. I'd sing I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. If you would like to visit, you'll find me easily, for on the doorpost of my house my mezuzah you'll see, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so, because I'm proud to be a Jew. I'd like for you to know, whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so. Whenever I think of who I am, I want to tell you so.
But Christ said in St. John 8:44 that Jews are the children of Satan. So who do you believe, Christ or the Jews? So become Jew wise at davidduke.com and